Hey everyone, so I'm Trisha, I'm an Emerald, and I wanted to share with you guys a little bit today about how I grew my Plexus business through my Instagram. I've probably signed about 200 people, and 90% of the people that I sign and the people that I sign as ambassadors and or customers come from my Instagram. So I thought I would share with you a little bit of my background first. When I started my Instagram, I was not even a preferred customer on the Pink Drink yet. I just was growing my Instagram, but I kind of had it in mind that I wanted to use it to monetize it, which didn't happen, but Plexus came along, which is way better. So anyway, I worked my Instagram, I would say 2 to 3 hours a day, and I worked it as if it were a business. I would post 3 times a day, every single day. I was networking. I was writing to big accounts. I was asking if we could trade features. I was writing to small shops and asking like, hey, could I, just different collaborations every single day though. I was probably trading a feature with other accounts probably once a day for quite some time. I was intentionally commenting. So I would find really awesome accounts of people that I wanted them to follow me. And so I would comment on their stuff, like super genuine comments, right? And then, like I said, guys, tons and tons of messaging. And it had nothing to do with Plexus because Plexus was not on the radar right then. I was just growing my Instagram. I did lots of giveaways. Some of them I had to pay a little bit for, some of them were free, but that's another great way to expand your audience. So this is how, the way I'm describing right now is how I went from about 299 followers to between 12 and 14,000 when I started sharing about Plexus, okay? Because I had seriously just focused on growing that Instagram. Another thing I did, guys, super important, I'm going to talk about it more in a second, but that is hashtags. And guys, I used my hashtags like crazy. So typically, I think you're supposed to use fewer than 30 hashtags per post. So I would go crazy. So if I posted a picture of my living room, I would do hashtag living room decor, hashtag leather couch. You get the idea. And then connect with people who had the same hashtags. So I was in the home decor community, so I had a super, super specific brand, and I love that. I love that. I would really, really encourage you. I feel like Instagram is all about branding and all about the content that you're putting out, all about the pictures that you're taking and putting up. So I would seriously recommend that you pick a brand that is super, super you and that you would stick to it. So for me, I had 3 to 5 things. I have now 3 to 5 things that I post about consistently. And pretty much all of my posts are generally around those 3 to 5 things. And yeah, like I don't deviate from that all that much, but I kind of created like a whole lifestyle thing that's Trisha that people know to expect when they're on my Instagram, what I'm going to be posting about. Okay, yeah, so Instagram's all about your pictures. So if you do introduce Plexus to a brand, you want the pictures that you're posting about Plexus. So for example, if I do a testimony, I'm super careful about the pictures of the that I'm putting with the testimony, or I will put up like a pretty decor picture or a pretty picture of a bedroom or a house covered in snow, and always credit the person that you're taking the picture from or use your own picture. But that's where I would put my Plexus content, okay? Instead of like throwing up a Plexus graphic, because people tend to scroll through those, and then with the Instagram algorithm, no one's going to see it anyway. Okay, so that would be putting Plexus into your brand. The other thing, guys, that is so, so, so important are Instagram stories. So they're basically like 10 to 15 second little videos that are live, and you can delete them if you want. Like if you don't like it, you can delete it. They're super fun. You can do filters on them. Anyway, guys, I have heard that people are seeing and watching the stories way more than they are seeing and watching your Instagram feed. So I am probably, I don't know the exact percentage, but I am way more active on my Instagram stories than I am on my Instagram feed. I still do post probably 3 times every single day on my Instagram, morning, afternoon, and night. And then if a post doesn't get much engagement, after a couple days, I'll delete the post. But anyway, yes, guys, stories. And you need to really, really focus on adding value to other people. So for example, my Instagram is called Clean House with Kids. So one of the things that I do in my Insta stories is I'm going to give like a parenting tip or a mom tip or here is a way to keep your house more organized or more clean, or I'm also really into minimalism, so I'll talk more about minimalism, okay? But those are all pretty much in my stories, and then my posts revolve around that some too, okay? Something helpful for time management, because you guys, Instagram, I mean, Plexus takes a lot of time, but social media is like a business all to itself, and it also takes a lot of time. So super, super helpful to set up a draft ahead of time so that you wake up in the morning and you want to put up your post, but you have a million other things you need to do. I have 5 little kids. So you've got a million other things to do. So you just press share on that post where the picture's already ready and the script is already ready, and then your post is up for the day, and then you can reply to people and follow up as you need to later throughout the day. Okay, also you guys, you can pick out all your hashtags, write them up ahead of time when you've got a free moment in the night or whatever, save it to the notes on your phone, and then you put up your post, and then you copy and paste your hashtags in there. And hashtags are just another really awesome way to attract people to yourself and connect with other people. So, okay, so let's say that you've got your Instagram and someone messages you. I would immediately write their name down, because Instagram messages can be a little bit wonky. And if you're sending out a bunch of messages, which I'm going to talk about in a second, then you're going to lose people's names. So I would write down their name so you don't lose them. But I always transfer people to Facebook or text as fast as possible, because Instagram messages, the length, you can only do a certain length. So I say, hey, I would love to chat with you further. Would you prefer Facebook or texting? So that way I have them on a couple different ways to reach them. Okay, so that is if they message you, okay? As for messaging others, my goal currently is to connect with 20 new people every single day. If, like I said, I'm a busy mom with 5 little kids. If it meant that I had to go to the park or the grocery store and connect with 20 people, guys, that would be exhausting. I mean, I have done that some, right? Like I have gone to the park and friended someone on Facebook. I have been at Target, I've been at an ice cream store, and I've friended people on Facebook, and that's awesome. But if you, it's so much easier. Social media is just hundreds of thousands of millions of people, right? Like the opportunities for new conversations are absolutely endless. So I try to stick to my Instagram, 20 messages a day. If I have new followers that day, I will send them a message, and I will just introduce myself and share with them what they're going to be seeing on my feed and on my stories. And then I'll say, I would love to know a little bit about you. And then we have a genuine conversation back and forth with the people that write back to me. Another thing, guys, if you don't have that many new followers every single day, would be connecting with people through hashtags, okay? So, for example, I'm a homeschool mom, so I do all the homeschool hashtags, okay? So hashtag homeschool mama, hashtag homeschool family, right? So then I would click on the hashtag. You'll find other people who've used the same hashtag, and you can message them. And you can say, hey, it looks like we both use, the same curriculum, or it looks like we both have little girls, or, whatever. And then you can start conversations that way. I'm trying to think what else. You got to time block, guys. You have to time block, or this could just take up all your time, because like I said, the opportunities to connect with new people are absolutely endless. So what I will do is I will set a timer on my phone, and I can typically send about 12 messages in 5 minutes. So I'll figure out what kind of message I want to send, who I'm going to send it to, and then I will go through my new followers, and I will send as many messages as I can within a certain amount of time. And then obviously you're going to follow up later. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Growing your network, you guys. I feel like every time, so I do about 1 Plexus post to every 3 to 4 normal posts, and I feel like you want, whenever you're putting your Plexus post up, you want it to be to a slightly new audience, even if that slightly new audience is just 1 or 2 new people. And if you're posting every single day, it means that you constantly need to be growing your network. So I thought of it this morning, how Chip and Joanna have kind of popularized that today is a good day too. What I would encourage you guys with is today is a good day to start a new conversation. The more conversations you start, the more people are going to hear about Plexus, and the more people you're going to be able to reach. And that's it. If you guys have questions, definitely let me know. And thanks for listening.